Using his new magical powers, Constantine erected a city smitten with Rome's new might, Constantinople. He created such architectural feats as the Hagia Sophia, beautiful, massive structures that dominated the landscape. Shortly afterward, however, Constantine realized that selling his soul was a terrible idea, but he quickly devised a plan. With his magic, he summoned two great minds from the future to join him on a quest to recover his soul. Leonardo da Vinci, the model Renaissance man, great artist and thinker and inventor, and Michelangelo Merisi da Caravaggio, painter of the Baroque, promoter of such innovations as chiaroscuro and tenebrism. Together the three heroes set out to conquer the devil himself. They began contemplating, and the painter Caravaggio, having an extensive criminal record, suggested that they lure the devil by performing misdeeds. They burned, pillaged, other things. That, however, proved unsuccessful. Discouraged and distraught, the heroes fell into a slump. But hope was not far off. From the shadows, they were approached by a ragged figure. A small old man hobbled toward them, and with a voice like post-stroke Dick Clark, he commanded, "You must travel to the end of the earth itself. There you will find what you seek. But be wary," he warned, "for it's a dangerous road. First you must travel through the Sea of Infinite Peril, the land of 10,000 man-eating kangaroo mice, and Salt Lake City, Utah." Startled by the strange man, the heroes decided to begin their long journey. They came to the port in search of a ship and a crew to give them passage across the sea. They happened to meet a horde of swashbuckling sailors. The sailors listened eagerly as the heroes explained their plight, but the offer was quickly refused, as the sailor said only a ship of fools would travel those impassable waters. Unfortunately for the sailors, Caravaggio's notoriety for brawling was unknown to them. He was greatly angered by their refusal, and with a temper of unholy demon fire, he promptly stabbed one of the sailors to death. The horde erupted with a seizure of fury. As they rushed upon the heroes, Constantine mustered his strength to summon a magic shield of protection to encircle the trio. Constantine's display of magical prowess struck terror deep into the sailors' hearts, like Michael Jackson walking into a Chuck E. Cheese's. They begged for mercy, and being a relatively reasonable man, Constantine granted their lives on the condition that they provide their services. The three heroes, with the addition of their new pirate friends, embarked on a great expedition across the sea. Da Vinci, the great scientist that he was, mapped out their watery route. The winds of good fortune were on their side. The sea proved to be no adversary. The waves lapped at their ship like playful puppies, and porpoises glittered about the foam. Poseidon must have been in a cheerful mood. The three heroes at last had a chance to relax. Perhaps their journey wouldn't be so difficult after all. But alas! Without warning, the sky changed to terror. Tempestuous maelstorms hailed down from the sky, and lightning streaked across the clouds with the fury of angry leprechauns. Like terrified mice, the heroes fled for cover. Constantine once again attempted to summon a shield, but Mother Nature insisted that she have her way with them. The ship was being torn, board by board, to pieces. Constantine went to the berths to warn the others for evacuation. They stood upon the deck, with imminent doom closing in all around them. Constantine, however, was a man without fear, for he had power that made mere mortals cower like baby gazelles alone on the savannah. A thunderbolt burst from the heavens and split the vessel into a myriad of pieces. Constantine, Da Vinci, and the two pirates managed to take hold of the floating debris, but Caravaggio was swept away by the vast foam. The great painter struggled for the surface, but it seemed his mastery of art was made up for by his inability to swim. His life began to flash before his eyes. All the mistakes that he never reconciled welled up in his soul. The death of his friend Tomasoni, the incident with the waiter, and the Roman soldiers, not to mention the encounter with the policeman in Milan. His life was an ongoing cycle of death and tragedy. He had spiraled out of control, with no one to turn him back. If only his parents had lived past his childhood. If only his father would have hugged him. If only his mother would have told him, just once, "I love you too, son."